Hello and welcome to Torment, Tides of Numenera. So, we are tracking Persea, apparently the big love of Omadon, and also we are tracking the murderer, we are investigating the Dendro-Odun cultists, and we need to check out this big blue ball here as well. We failed to do this last time around because we were just too tired. Maybe, and I was thinking maybe the Memovir knows anything about it because apparently she's supposed to be here. And this guard is not letting me in. Maybe we're gonna talk to the guard. Back again? What is it now? Oh yeah, I'm looking for a tall, beautiful woman with purple hair. You know anything about that one?
Making a note.
Ain't we all? That lovesick Carker keeps asking me about his girlfriend, and I keep telling him that the same thing. I ain't seen no purple-haired ladies. Truth is, if she did pass through here, she probably stopped at the inn. So if you wanna find Miss Purple Hair, that's the right start. Oh, never mind that. So he's still not letting me in. Maybe we can find her inside. Or maybe he's saying that, and we definitely found clues about her in the inn. Maybe we can investigate Tranquility. Well, just, okay, let's just, can we ask about that from Tranquility? I don't know. Like, what good is mind reading if I can't confront them about what I learn? Maybe gonna go this way.
All right.
How's she's called again? Just to make 100% sure, one true love. She's Persea.
On it.
Maybe she's around here. I mean, like, there's some people around here, like the guy who is just all about martial arts. So we got Karate Kid here. Also, we got the Churky Call thingy. Maybe we can do something with that. Not that we don't have a lot to do already. Oh, of course, loss of self as well. So if we figure out what to do, well, it's pretty sure that the Changing God Sanctuary has it. This guy wanted to have a fist fight with me. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that because he said it's through death. So, you know anything about editing? Actually, you're back. He says, spreading his arms as if to hug you. Can I interest you in any of my vastly overpriced items and services? Perhaps yes. Certainly, he says, tapping the device on his wrist and beaming the parlor's menu directly onto your stinging eye. Clawed gauntlets? The jagged memory? How about that? The time traveling, or maybe not would be if not wound inflicting implant, he says? Time traveling implant? 110? That sounds like bullshit to me. Tell me about the Numenera analyzer. They can get it into your brain otherwise, he says. And they rarely cut the wrong parts off. Okay, for 95, the Numenera is ours. Okay, let's do it. The drone's metallic arms pin you in place, and you hear a circular saw spinning faster. When you can't claim Journal didn't warn you, the blade clips through your skull in a heartbeat, and pincers pry the loose cap aside. You're distantly aware of struggling against the drone's unyielding arms before a mental spine jams itself into your brain. Everything goes white. Did I die? Nope. After mending your breached skull, the machines relieve you. You stagger, but keep your feet as the implant begins humming. Swirls of text streak past your vision as the thing comes to life. Interesting little thing, isn't it? It does get puzzled by larger Numenera, but it should be able to handle both smaller things you find scattered around. He scratches his nose. Is there anything else I can help you with? Wow, I took some damage. Show me more services. Certainly. Wow, okay. Artificial eyeball. Very. I want that too. Very popular item. he says, nodding. The meat ones wear out so easily. This one never does, and it will help you spot things no otherwise miss. All it takes is one-time cost of 110 shins, and a tremendously unpleasant operation. I'll take the eye. A drone holds your head mercilessly rigid while another approaches, claws outstretched. Look! Your head is screaming at you, and you are pretty sure you're screaming back. Ferdon, a gleaming blur behind the pane, approaches with a new eye gently clasped in its claw. Shunk! The drones release you, groaning and clutching your head. You feel the new eye squirming into your socket, connecting with the nerves there. Then the pain stops. You study your hand, noticing a scar on your hand that you've never seen before. Amazing, isn't it? Are you in need of anything else? Not another eye like that. I don't know. Looks like maybe not exploring all the conversation options with the surgical parlor is a good thing. What are blood nanites? Encroaching darkness? Sign me up for that. A beguiling name, isn't it? He says, his laugh lines crinkling. I'm glad you like it because I'm not quite sure what it does. It's a living creature, you see, that crawls around your body while you sleep. Eventually it takes root in your nervous system and does something. Could be good, could be bad, could be both. It certainly won't be boring. No, I don't know. What are blood nanites? Tiny, ravenous, biting machines that fight illnesses and toxins in your bloodstream. Remarkable little monsters. Jesus. What about jagged memory? Time traveling or maybe not wound inflicting implant? Let's just see what these does. Like, did I get anything out of these? Do I see anything? Any positive I get out of this? I don't know. Maybe I had enough operations for one day. Thanks for that. I think I'm gonna take a pass for now.
Happy to help.
Sure. Oh, okay. Maybe not explore every single option with the surgeon.
Doing it
would
now.
be wise. Saga Stone person.
One
Madalena
moment,
Glittering.
and it's done.
Hey. Hello. He seems at a loss for other words and waits listlessly for you to speak. Are you sure you won't send me one of the rodent globes? One of the... She unconsciously raises a hand to where the rodents in their tiny spheres revolve around her head. One by one, they touch her hand and the globes disappear, leaving the 3 tiny rodents sitting in her palm. The cat on her shoulder yawns and settles in for a nap. Wow. Bay boo bow. Hello again. She whistles, touching each of them with a gentle fingertip. They squeak appreciation at her attention, rubbing their cheeks against her fingers as she looks up at you. They're not. Her voice breaks. She tries again, but can't maintain eye contact. They're not for sale. She raises her hand, and through a mechanism you don't spot, each rodent re-enters its strongless ball and resumes its wavering orbit. They're like my children. I couldn't, but I can afford not to. The money from selling one of your rodents could really help you out right now. Oh, I'm a monster. They are not. She leans forward and buries her face in her hands, sobbing silently. Eventually, she wipes her eyes and sits up, raising a hand without looking at you. The 3 rodents crowd into her palm again, squeaking anxiously. She holds them close to her mouth and whispers words you can't hear. The rodents form a tiny circle, noses touching and twitching. After a few moments, she transfers one rodent into her other hand and returns the others to their strong glass globes. Would one of you go? He seems a decent enough man and you would save the rest of us. Ah. feel like a jackass, but I can't just give you money. Can I just give you money? I kind of want your rodent, and you're right. I'm a decent guy. Bao has agreed to go with you. I can sell her for 200 shins, non-negotiable. She still won't meet your gaze and concentrates instead on patting Bao with a single fingertip. How much for all three then? How about I give you the money and you keep Bao? Oh, how much for all three? Jesus Christ. No! Her eyes betray surprise and horror as her voice sinks back to whisper. No, please, only Bao is for sale. Why not one of the others? She just shakes her head, mute and miserable. Ah, I feel so bad. How about I give you the money and you keep Bao? This is just a question. She looks up at you, shocked. I wouldn't say no. I like to take Bao. Am I a monster for taking Bao? I kind of want Bao. Oh, no. Actually, I would take Bao after all. I want a flying rodent. I mean, I would not give you 200 shins just for nothing. Maybe I'll bring her back. I just want to check it out, okay? Her body shakes with a suppressed sob as she leans forward and whispers another few words to Bao. Then she holds out her palm and demonstrates the mechanisms that puts Bao into her strong glass home. You're so brave, Bao. You're my heart always, never forget. She always did want to travel, she says, pressing a duplicate of the mechanisms into your hand. Please take good care of her. Bao! She folds her arms in front of her, head bowed as the two remaining rodents circle unevenly above her. The cat meows plaintively when Bao disappears from sight. Madalena makes no move to hush her. I guess we can return Bao. That's nice. That's all for now. Maybe we'll do that. She says nothing, only returns to staring at the sea. Alright, Bao, I'm gonna check you out. Bonded animal, what is this? Ebon eyes, who cares about that? Okay, Bao. Gives you 2 resistance. And granted abilities, that's what I do. And negative effect, I become dumb. But not if I can concentrate, and I can do that. Okay. We might just return you, Bao.
I'll handle it.
Damn. I feel like a jackass. But I guess it's fair enough. Okay, Bao, we're gonna have big adventures. You and me. And I suppose we should just head down to the... and go down to the Changing God Sanctuary. Oh, actually I need to go back to the sculptor as well. Maybe I should do that right now. I mean, like, I would just like to conclude some missions. You also have the mission where I have to find out who's the spy in the tavern, but that might be related to all the women. And that would make sense, though.
Happy to help.
And maybe the investigation is related to the woman as well. Maybe this side quest with the women's is a lot more important than it looks. Because the game tends to differentiate side quest and main quest. I have a main quest to, I don't know, hop on an airship and just go. I didn't even think about doing that because I have a lot more stuff to do here. I don't even know if I can come back, but I definitely don't want to go just now. So we can just go to Zalfi. According to the quest log, and definitely I learned more about the sorrow. We even destroyed part of it in my mind. Zalfi's red-rimmed eyes narrow as you approach. You learned anything of my subject? Why did he go willingly into his murdered arms? Tell me, leave nothing out. He knows something. I can see it on his face. His daughter was killed when their home collapsed. Grief drove him to seek his own death.
Making a note.
Grief. Zelfi shouts, lunging at his near sculpture. He was ruled by sorrow, and the creature killed him. Did he call to her? Was it anger? No. Resignation. Madness. What? Carving, scraping, shouting and muttering, Zelfi has clearly forgotten you are here. Except for one detail, his hand gropes clumsily in his pocket, retrieves a pouch and thrusts it at you. I wouldn't mind to thank you. Oh, good luck, farewell. I understand being busy with your work. So, what is this? Cloak artifact? Wow, it's not so bad. Only usable by me. Spirit Shout. When I get damaged by energy, any non-physical, I get 15% evasion for a round. But possibly... Yeah, that's okay. Good luck. Doesn't say it has a cooldown on it. I can just use that. I have a lot of evasion. Well, I don't have a lot of evasion, but I have a lot of resistance. So I'm really good at non-physical,
right.
but really bad at physical. Alright. He might just return Bao if he feel like it.
Alright.
Can we talk to Bao? That would be awesome. Can we talk? No. We can only just get rid of him. We definitely don't want to do that. Oh, we can just go down to the underbelly from here. That's awesome.
Sure.
Okay. And we don't really need to rest right now. We're okay. I just go down. A lot of mutants around here. I wonder how intelligent is this Bao?
If you want a job done right,
I don't know. Is he just a pet? Bench factory. I do believe we need to go to the sticker incursion and make us make him take us to the changing god sanctuary and possibly do something with that fancy machine because oh yeah, this is the same thing, so let's just skip it. Can you take me to the other city? Phantom sticker, yes. No pay for view fee. I'm like, that's awesome. This guy is just taking us, like, imagine he's just digging through the dirt just because I'm his friend, and not much of his friend actually. Take me to the cave of the last word. No. Actually, we need to go there. I need to go to the changing god sanctuary first. We owe egg friend for help. Please not touch anything. We go. I basically touched everything. I mean, like, the adventure games raised me to a raging kleptomaniac and touch everything. Anything that is not nailed down, I'm touching it. And if it's nailed down, I'm gonna find a way to just take it. You can be sure. Anything that stood out, I touched it. But, you know, I'm not about destroying stuff, so
Yes.
I suppose you're in good luck. So this was the thingy that Kelly Steege wanted. And this looks like the thingy that is relevant for the woman. I don't know if this is maybe something else. Some of the glowing bands on this machine have gone dark. It seems to be dying. Perhaps that's relevant, but this looks like the thing that
something to do.
it's relevant for the woman. Wires and cables extend from this device into the rock wall. Turn the probability engines off. Speak the word Neshu and the interface brightens. You press the same 5 symbols you saw the ghostly man use in the labyrinth. You're about to repeat the ritual a second time as he did, but you meet resistance of some kind. Your hand simply won't obey. It's not a physical resistance. Something in your mind won't let you complete the sequence. Concentration, tidal affinity, fight of the resistance, whatever it is. Oh, I'm pretty good at this. Yeah.
I'm ready to become even more heroic.
It takes an incredible strength of will, as though some other mind were fighting for control of your body. Finally, you overcome it, entering the sequence a second time. The interface disappears and the machine quiets. It is done. So, with that said, we can probably investigate all those women again And that is the one of the Dendrohor cultists, the woman in the tavern, the woman near the tavern, the loss of self, and the captain of the guard. Like that's 4 at least. That's the 4 I can think of right now.
Doing it now.
I don't know if there's anyone else. The woman in the underbelly seems to be affected by something else. It's definitely something else. Same thing that affects Aratis, or similar thing that affects Aratis. At least it looks like it. And the same thing that affects the guy in the caravanserai. And yeah, Chikekt, I need you to take me to someplace under the city. And Legend Cliff's Edge. No, we already went there. Old Lair, no. I need you to get me to the Cave of the Last World. Chikekt travel where everything want. We go. Okay. That works for me. That's awesome. Oh, actually, we could have just climbed down, couldn't I? Oh, I'm pretty sure that I could have just climbed down.
Action!
Well,
Here
I'm
I
sorry
come.
for that, Chikekt. I mean, like, I made you just tunnel like big time. Instead of just, yeah. Sorry about that. Instead of just using a ladder. Yeah. And that bow that we got. I don't know. I want a pet! Bow! Plus 1 damage per effort applied. Max 6 on esoteric attacks. That looks just ridiculously good. For a nano. Just getting really strong here. Anyway.
Of course.
Need to climb up. I'm not sure what the hell is with this, but let's do it. Whoa! Oh, retry cost 1 speed. So because we already did this once. 55? So nobody's really good at this. Nobody's good at this. Actually, if nobody's good at this, then may as well just use someone whose pawns are worthless, like mine. Well, not really worthless, but because I can use it to use the gun, but fairly worthless. A welcome blast of wind caresses your face at the cliff top. Your companions follow the path you blazed for them. Yeah, I did it. Okay,
Fine.
let's try to turn this thing off. Most of the cliff top is obscured by a dome of energy. You step closer and the air hums, prickling across your skin. Again, the control interface appears in front of you, a glowing circle with strange symbols floating at the edges and a vertical bar beside it. Ignore the interface and touch the dome with energy. No. Lore Mystical. Study the interface. Oh yeah, let's do it. 90%. He's the smartest guy around. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? Retry. Wow, we can retry it? I didn't know if that was an option. Can you do it? You're not as smart as me. And your points are less valuable. Yeah!
I'm ready to become even more heroic.
I didn't know you could retry it. That's awesome. The circle is likely a place to put one's hand or face, probably the former, since the heat from the dome might burn your face. Presumably someone with the proper authority could open the dome by using the holographic bar on the side as a kind of latch. The symbols around the circle are unfamiliar, suggesting this installation is very old, perhaps predating truth. Whoever created this dome then wanted to keep what was inside a secret from anyone except those whom he or she had given access to. Well, if you wanted to keep it a secret, you probably shouldn't have made it this obvious. I mean, like, if this was hidden, I would completely ignored it. But come on, it's a big glowing energy field. Try to use the interface to open the dome. Okay, we can just touch it. Ignore the interface and touch the dome. No. Try to use the interface to open the dome. As soon as you place your hand in the circle, the symbols light up and spin rapidly. Apparently you have the authority to enter. You slide your other hand up the bar on the side. The interface disappears. The air cools immediately and the dome fades until it's gone entirely. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I do here? Changing God?
All right.
You're up to no good, right? The machine hums softly. An orange glow appears beneath its dark, glossy surface. A large alien symbol dominates the space with words in a smaller script on the side, but you cannot understand the writing. Even so, it feels like you've seen the writing somewhere before. Anamnesis and Lore Mystical try to decipher the text. So how does it work when two play a role? That means I have Anamnesis, but my Lore Mystical is a minus, so that means... Oh, actually, we're gonna go on this. So... Yes! We suffer an inability for the mystical because we suck at it. So that's bad. Probably I shouldn't have went with this like character type that has a minus, because minus does come into play because there are combined skill checks. Wow, okay. Let's go with a 75, that's the best we can do. Damn, again? Retry cost. Okay, then it looks like it's gonna get harder and harder. No, we're gonna do it. After studying the text for several minutes, you begin to see, or perhaps simply remember, patterns in the worlds. In a flash, the purpose of the device comes back to you. This is an omniscope, a device used to view locations from afar. A large alien symbol is actually an inhuman handprint. The longer list next to it is a set of location names, and the shorter list denotes ranges of time, how far back in time the omniscope should look. You discover that you can actually read them all. Right. So we're gonna look at a place in a time. Look at the list of locations. There are 8 locations listed, all of them within or near Sagas Cliffs. Selecting one will presumably shift the omniscope to look in that direction. Caravanserai is currently selected. Select 3 for the foreign worlds. Garavia, Sound, Crafton, The Bloom. How about The Bloom? You touch the name and it glows brighter than the others. Far above you, the omniscope shifts into its new position. Can we just check it out? Place your hand on the alien handprint. As soon as you place your hand on the surface, the machine reacts. The glowing items on the 2 lists blink and draw lines to a rectangle, a view screen that wasn't there before. The screen shows the dark chasm and that flanks Sagas Cliffs on one side. At the bottom of the chasm is a carpet of debris that seems to flow like a river from the junkyard north of the city down to the sea. In the darkest part of the chasm, beneath a cloud of greasy smoke, is a city-sized mass of living flesh. The Bloom. Its name springs readily to mind, plucked from your sire's memory. Tubes and tendrils sprout from the bloom in 100 directions, many of them attached to the city, to the cliffs on either side. Merchants and other scattered figures travel along the bloom's tendrils. A stone gatehouse, partially subsumed within the mass of flesh, would seem an obvious entrance, but very few coming or going through its gates. A number of scavengers shift through the debris outside the bloom, tossing most of what they find into one of the bloom's many orifices. Okay. Change the readout selection at random. You blindly select 2 items, one from each of the list. The machine at the top shifts and its humming changes timbre. Access the view screen. The area shows an area north of Sagas Cliffs, below the crag of the city, where the land stretches out to the horizon amidst a maze of bluffs and outcroppings is all manner of debris, most of it predating the Dying World. Metal and synth monoliths rise above a field of scrap. A functioning machine perches on the edge of a numerous pit. Strange plants and vines struggle to reclaim the land. It's even more cluttered and fantastic than the Reef of the Fallen Worlds. So possibly we... like, however interesting this is, this looks useless unless you have a specific location and time in mind. Hey Gabriel Merchant, what's up? We're just checking out this place.
Happy to help.
Okay, let's look at this. War mask. This mask appears to be made of wood, yet it feels like cold metal to the touch. When you put it to your face, you hear the sound of war drums beating in the distance. Okay, what about this? The Eyes of Finite. Sucker Punch. Attack that deals weapon damage plus fee. If the target has a negative fellow, go for days for 1 round. Okay, okay. This is a small glass plate fashioned into a pin. So this is just okay. Fine, okay. It's good. Just take it. What this? Interface. Can we do anything with that?
If you want a job done right.
Oh, I always want it done right, but you're not too useful for this figuring stuff out part. The holographic panel appears to be a control interface. In the center is what looks like a utility map of Sega's cliffs. It's surrounded by a number of symbols you cannot immediately identify. And in the upper right quadrant is some sort of cube within a cube. Strange as the panel is, you can shake a strong sense of familiarity about it. Examine the interface closely. The map of Selgus has a number of locations highlighted, some of which you recognize. There are 4 symbols around it. A circle that looks like the sun, a cluster of stars, a triangle of 3 eyes, and what looks like a crystal lattice. All the symbols are lit except for the crystal lattice. Larger than all 4 symbols is the cube within a cube, which you suddenly remember is called a tesseract. It appears to be moving. Try to remember why this is familiar. Damn. Do it, 80%.
I'm ready to become even more heroic.
A memory emerges, as clear as it were happening to you right now. You're at a cracked door at the base of a stairwell. The door squeaks quietly as you ease it open. You breathe. Your breath catches in your throat, but the Tabat soldiers outside don't notice you. You squeeze through the door. Keen-eyed young girl behind you, and slip out of the tower down to the bloodstained corridor and into the city. The city is under attack. You dash through the streets to the nearest of your generators. Pressing a couple of buttons, you and the girl are teleported elsewhere. You find yourself in front of the very same control panel atop the cliff. With quick movements, you shift the tesseract, slipping the controls from space to time. Then you press the cluster of stars to connect the network of temporal shield generators. On the map, the network of generators bursts to life, sharing energy across the city to create an enormous shield over all of Sega's cliffs. The dome of energy fills the sky, unmooring the city from time itself. On the side of the shield, the world shifts and shimmers, objects and landscape appearing and disappearing before your eyes. The place is the same, you realize, but you are seeing it in many different time periods at once. The important thing is that no one can enter or exit the dome while the city is temporarily unmoored. That should buy the city's defenders the space they need to fight off the Tabat and survive. The memory fades, you stand above Caravanserai again. The interface is the same as the one from your memory, and you understand what at last some of these controls do. Try to determine the purpose of the various interface elements. You stare at the controls for several minutes, but you can make no sense of them. It might be easier if you just try them out to see what happens. Yeah. Touch the sun symbol to see what it does. The platform hums, the air pops and sizzles. For a few seconds, the activity outside the platform shifts. People flicker in and out. Caravanserai changes. First the ships and the buildings themselves. You see them as old and deteriorated. The new, then under construction on the bare rock, all within seconds. Your platform remains steady, but outside, as if time is shifting as swiftly as the sea. The platform shudders suddenly, then clicks off. The air cools and quiets, and the caravanserai returns to the way it is. After keeping the energy dome active for so long, centuries or longer, it seems that the platform no longer has enough power to remain active. Connect to the current network by pressing the cluster of stars. The bright points on the map grow even brighter, and the platform beneath your feet hums with a growing warmth. Thin strands of energy, barely visible in the sunlight, stretch across the city between each location on the map. At the same time, faded lines appear on the map, connecting each point, a network of generators which this panel controls. Then, with a loud pop, the energy fades, the humming stops, and everything returns to the way it was. Touch the three eyes to see what happens. See what they do. The map changes color. Each of the bright points light up in turn, occasionally stretching a faded line from one point to another. After a minute of this, the map fades. A voice speaks the truth directly into your mind. Temporal network connections limited. Please repair the network. The crystal lattice next to the map lights up. Touch the crystal lattice to see what it does. Again, the map lights up and changes colors. The lines between each point grow and fade. Some of them grow solid and disappear. Others have gasps in them that never light up at all. After several minutes, the activity ceases, and the voice speaks to you again. Could not restore network. Temporal connections have deteriorated beyond repair. Please consult your system conservator immediately. You can raise the shield again, like in your memory, but the network once had another purpose. You remember in the memory, you used to use the tesseract to shift the controls from time to space. Perhaps if you shifted it back. Toggle the controls between space and time using tesseract. As soon as you touch it, the impossible cubes shift and move with your fingers. It seems to snap into two different states. With unfamiliar gestures, you rotate the tesseract. The inner cube squeezes out and becomes the outer cube, while the outer cube becomes the inner cube. Some of the locations lit up on the map change. Among other locations, two new lights appear in Caravanserai, while marking the platform where you are standing. The outer cube moves in space, no longer flickering as it was before. Presumably, the controls are now set to the spatial dimension. Okay. The crystal lattice next to the map dims again. Activate the platform by pressing the sun? The entire platform hums to life, and a sphere of electricity shimmers about 5 meters above your head.
I'm ready to become even more
A
heroic.
four-winged bird flaps desperately, trying to avoid the sphere, but its momentum is too great. It hits the sphere, disappearing with a cut-off squawk. Far below in Caravanserai, you see the same bird tumble to the ground. It stands up, disoriented, then flaps its wings and takes off again. After a few moments, the humming winds down, the sphere fades, and all is silent. So we shifted it to space. Examine the interface again. You see a map of Sagus with several highlighted points. 4 symbols are next to the map: sun, cluster of stars, 3 eyes, and a crystal lattice. In the upper right is a large tesseract. The tesseract moves through space instead of flickering as it was before. Okay. Connect to the network by pressing the cluster of stars. The bright points on the map grow even brighter, and the platform beneath your feet hums with a growing warmth. Faded lines appear on the map, connecting each point. A network of machines with which this panel controls, including 2 locations in Caravanserai. Then with a loud pop, the humming stops and the map returns to it as it was. Inspect the current network by pressing the eyes. The map changes color. Okay, whatever, we have this. Report the network by pressing the crystal lattice. Can we do that? Again, the map lights up and changes colors. Lines appear between each point. Some are faded, while others have gaps in them. One by one, each line becomes brighter and better connected to the rest. After several minutes, the map shows a network of points. Control panel seizes its activity and the voice speaks to you again. Spatial network restored. Connection procedure may now proceed. Can I do that? So maybe I can activate the platform by pressing the sun. The entire platform hums to life and the sphere of electricity shimmers about 5 meters above your head. So that's not it. Connect the current network by pressing the cluster of stars. The map lights up again and the voice speaks into in your mind. Spatial translation network connected. State your destination. You don't recognize the location of all the points, so you don't know what name the machine expects, but you do know some of them. The Reef of the Fallen Words, we know that. We know Circus Minor, Cliff's Edge, Underbelly, Government Square, Cone Village, no. Miola West? Ooh. We have Cone Village? Go there. Destination not recognized. Please state again. Damn. So I can only say the one I know. How about Miola West? Destination not recognized. Please state again. So I can only go to where I know where to go. Maybe I need to learn about a new place. Because we definitely know about these places. Circus Minor, Cliff's Edge, Underbelly, Government Scare, Reef of the Fallen World. So where do we wanna head out actually next? Reef of the Fallen Worlds. Well, I have a mission there, that's for sure. That's a good question. Like, how about nowhere right now? Leave the interface alone.
Fine.
So we got a teleporter and the scope that can see anywhere and see through time. Actually, not anywhere, but near this area. And we can just go and do some missions. Because we definitely have some missions left for us still. Maybe we can go down to the dock and do something there. Anyhow, I believe this is a good time to take a break, so hope you guys had fun. Tell me if you did, and see you around. And have a good one.